All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Watch the run, watch the run. Show it.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Browns' 12-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Check. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
And again this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check back.
From the 29, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
50. 180. 58 right there. Cover.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
50, Mike, 50. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, Alpha! Let's put that defense.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Get up! 180! All day, dog.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team.
Trubisky will throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's second down.
Run.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Working out of the gun. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up second and 9 at the 6-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some.
And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Intended for Damian Ratley. It leads to second and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
To throw, Mayfield being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack.
Hey, alert 33.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Browns' 19-yard line.
180! Mike Fofo. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Now it's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Check. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started.
You got nothing to run. You got King. Check. Switch. Hey, check my 50.
61, matchbox lights.
I got you.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked Picked off at the 19. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, what?
Real.
What's the slam? Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
General West.
Check four.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, along the line. Up.
58 for Mike. Here we go.
After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Rush in. Run.
On 3rd down, Mayfield buying time to his left. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Beckham, the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Here's Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
20. Number 33. Let's go.
Mayfield now gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb escapes the defender. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Running for it. Here's Chubb. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Turn it up. 180.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
They go play action with Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something? And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Trey Hendrickson in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They go play action. Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 4th down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Blue. Bravo.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
180. Pistol. Here we go. Sponge. One touch.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Cleveland, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.